It's a war of words and evidence at the Constitutional Court today. The second hearing in President Park Geun-hye's impeachment trial is taking place as we speak. This morning, the court heard the arguments set forth by the National Assembly's impeachment committee, the plaintiff in this historic case, and the president's lawyers, which laid out the defense. But like the first hearing, President herself was not present. Ji-yeon starts us off.
In its opening statement, the National Assembly's impeachment committee laid out its case for the impeachment of President Park Geun-hye. The legal team said the president had failed to fulfill her duties as head of state and violated the sovereignty of the people by giving her longtime confidant Choi access to state documents and by colluding with Choi to pressure private businesses to make donations to two government-linked foundations, both of which laid the foundation for Choi to use her connection to the president for her own private gain. The team also said the president infringed on the freedom of the press by reprimanding local media outlets that reported on Choi and her inner circle. The team added the president neglected her duty to protect citizens' lives by failing to use the resources at her disposal to save lives during the Sewol-ho ferry disaster in 2014 that killed 304 people. The team urged the Constitutional Court to uphold the law and prevent further losses to the state from the president's vacancy and show that no one is above the law, even the president. The president's lawyers refuted all the charges brought by the plaintiff and called for a fair and impartial trial based on a careful scrutiny of the evidence, not suspicions. The lawyers denied the allegation that the president pressed the National Pension Service to support a merger between Samsung C&T and Jail Industries. It said the merger took place 8 days before President Park had a one-on-one meeting with Samsung Electronics Vice President Ji-yeon. The lawyers also said President Park did not know that Choi was involved with funneling money through non-profit foundations, including K-Sports and Minu Foundations. Key witnesses that have been called to take the stand Thursday afternoon include former presidential secretaries Lee Jae-man and An Bong-gun, both of which are accused of meddling in state affairs and collaboration with Choi. Two other witnesses, Yoon Jun-chu and Lee Young-sun, have also been summoned. Both Yoon and Lee assisted Park at her residence and allegedly acted as private secretaries to Choi. Ji-yeon, Arirang News.